it a lot easier. A 19-year-old kid, man, he just puts me under the podium. Should have had him go first, Marge. Whew. That's tough. I'm going to request an unusual request, and that is I would like to have my wife come up and read the following letters, because I'm sure I will not get through them myself.
Dear Coach and Marge, I regret that we'll miss the festivities at your retirement celebration. Sure sounds like we'll miss a great party. It's hard to believe that another Glenbard West era is coming to a close. It doesn't seem that long ago that all my memories are registered. New Orleans, Florida, Mr. Elliott, getting a soap dish thrown at me by Terry Moore, and getting kicked out of his car, driving all the way to Florida in second gear in your car, losing Kim Peterson in Chattanooga. That was 20 years ago. Time flies, but I bet the next 20 years goes even faster. Who would ever guess how time has changed us? I've become semi-respectable with kids. Rob, just now 5, Carrie, 2.5, and another on the way in September, trying to keep up with the Burnses. My sister's married to a Stufflebeam. Dad moved on, out. And yet, through it all, there's always been a constant, the coach, Don Burns, a world-famous storyteller and one of the driest sense of humors around. You've touched more lives through coaching than you can ever count, and you've certainly made a positive impact. It's how you play the game, and the results will take care of themselves. I will always remember the good old days, and sure wish I could be there for the big party. I'd like to keep contact, and maybe someday we can get together again and go snowmobiling. I'll try to keep from crashing through those peninsulas on frozen lakes, like the time with Rheingrover. Of course, there's not enough snow in Missouri, so we'll have to come up to see you all in the winter. Come down and see us if you get the chance. We can go water skiing and fishing, and we'd love to have you. I'd like my son to meet you sometime. Glenbard West won't be the same without you. Happy retirement. Love, Scott, Carol, Rob, Carrie, and question mark. And that's from Scott Williams. This is visual, something that's really nicely done, and it's entitled Thanks, Coach. As you close out an illustrious 35-year teaching and coaching career, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for all you have done for me. You took a shy, skinny kid who was cursed with some potential and made him into a ball player. But more important, you helped to mold me into what I would like to think is a better person. I'm sure that my story is representative of dozens of other young men. Your unselfish and fun-loving nature made quite an impact on me. In everyone's life, there exists one person who, more than any other single event or individual, influences one's life in a positive manner. I remember all those fun years we had and how all was forgotten by the next game, when I let a grounder go through my legs or struck out with a runner in scoring position. You'll never know how much I appreciated all your help. May the future fulfill all your dreams. Thanks again, Coach. Tom Moeller, class of '62. Even though we can't be with you tonight, our thoughts are here. Donald F. Burns is a hell of a guy. He wears on you well as time goes by. A hulk of a man, well over 6 feet, the strength of a lion, but a nature that's sweet. He's a friend that we value. He's there when it's rough, and hurts when you're hurting. He's not all that tough. He can cut you down with the wink of his eye and cut you up with a wit that's dry. Dining's his pleasure. Does he love to eat? Next to family and baseball, it's life's greatest treat. Talented, spirited, always the chase. Successful yet humble, whatever his race. Mamu is his helpmate. A diamond, his wife. She radiates sunshine into his life. The pattern she weaves, the spins and the turns, completed, spell family, Don and Marge Burns. Special, they're special, if you haven't guessed. If you are their friend, you've truly been blessed. So long, our buddies. Though distance be far, our thoughts walk beside you, wherever you are. Love, Moeller and Dick Stark.
At this time, I'd like to ask John Hermanek to come up, please.
Thank you. I'm John Hermanek, class of '61, and I started playing ball for Don back in about 1958, and I don't ever remember him calling me a jag. He's called me a twit, a moron, an imbecile. I don't think you've ever called me a jag. I know you're all tired, so I'm just going to tell one. I'm going to get you on one of these, Don. You're probably all wondering how Don came to be such a fine coach that everybody is alleging that he is tonight. Well, when Don started his career with Glenbard, way back 30 years ago, his responsibilities were to be equally split between an academic pursuit in English grammar and speech on the one hand, and the baseball coaching on the other. Now, our old school superintendent, some of you might remember, Fred Beester, used to regularly attend our practices and games, and inevitably, during these practices and games, Don would utter his memorial, "What the crap." Now that's, you really, I'm kind of surprised, Don, that that's up on the wall. I'm very, very disappointed. I thought you had outgrown that. Well, on numerous occasions, what the crap is, Hermanek, you spastic, Lane, Archibald, don't you guys know anything? You're a bunch of morons. Well, it was through these eloquent discourses and through the fortuitous presence of Fred Beester that Coach Burns' foray into English and speech academia was unceremoniously detoured into driver education. And this is wherein his baseball coaching career was allowed to manifest itself fully. The baseball squad of 1961, and I'm sure all subsequent teams, have an awful lot to thank you for. I'm going to get a little serious, so I'm going to ruin it for you again. But, you know, Don has done one hell of a job. I thought we were the only group he took to California and places up in Wisconsin. And he really does like to camp with the boys. He's, you know, that's one of his favorite things. But we sincerely would like to thank you, and Lord knows Marge deserves equally as much credit as you for your success. She's put up with an awful lot, but I think we've all fared very, very well under your tutelage, and you put up with a lot. I was the number 10 man, incidentally, on the Glenbard team from 1958 to 1961, primarily because every year Don would suspend me for being a wise ass. And then I had to work my way back into his good graces, but I guess it all worked out pretty well. But on behalf of the 1961 baseball team and everyone else, I'm sure, we'd just like to thank you very much. And as a postscript, I guess you visited with Ron today in the home, and he wanted to come here, and he wanted us to put together for you a book of mementos of stories about your coaching successes throughout the years that I'd like to present to you on behalf of Ron and our team. Thank you very much.
Come up and